Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with one and only Cookie Pirate. Today we're going from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina to Jekyll Island, Georgia. 37 minutes en route, the Diamond DA40. Climb aboard, fly. Good visibility. 110 at 8 knots for the wind. Okay. We are beautiful weather at Hilton Head. Go ahead and run through some checklists here. Parking brake is set, fuel selector is set to normal. Power lever is idle. Alternate air is closed. Electric master is off. Avionics are off. Essential bus is off. Engine master is off and guarded. Fuel pumps are off. Voter switch is auto. All of the lights up top are off. Emergency switch is off and covered. ELT is armed. Circuit breakers are all in. Flap selector is set to up. Pitot heat fuel transfer is off. And we have our fuel passengers and cargo loaded on board. Okay, electric master is on, the G1000 is loading up, the AHARS is aligning. Cockpit flood instrument lights all not required. Flight controls will check after the wings, or just after AHARS. Radios not being used. Fuel quantity looks good. Just a second. Alright, the wings are level, let's check flight controls. Rudder is good, elevator is good, ailerons are good. Back into the cockpit here. Total time in service, I believe, was 15.8. Yes, there we go. Okay. Power lever again checks idle. Strobe lights on. Prop area appears clear. Engine master is on and back guarded. Wait for the glow indicator to clear. There we go. Clear! Okay, and the engine is running. Oil pressure is up into the green. Temperature is at the top of the yellow, continuing to come up. Fuel pressure looks good. RPMs are leveling out at 852. Voltage and all looks good. Let's check pitot heat. Slight drop. Looks good. We bring the avionics on and we have 44. That looks good. Alright, avionics are coming up. We're gonna cruise at 8,500 today. We probably could go down. 6,500, but we'll get a little bit better. Well, we'll check and see actually what the 2992 on the altimeter. Actually, turn it back to where it was. But yeah, we'll look and see what the wind is doing. If there's a stronger wind and it's just not efficient to go up to 8,500, we'll just we'll level off and just cruise at 6,500. But we'll play it by ear. FLC flight plan is loaded. FLC on. Okay, 88 knots is set on the speed for the FLC. CDI is set to GPS. Flaps to half. Flaps full. Flaps all the way up. Alright, back to half, and we'll be ready to taxi in just a second here. Altimeter is set. Position light on. Standby horizon check. Transponder real quick. Set to altitude VFR. Engine temperatures are all looking good in the green. Taxi light on. Parking brake released. Clear. Brakes work. We're gonna go to runway 3, which is actually gonna be down this way. It's pretty much a direct crosswind, but there is a little bit of more favorable wind if we take runway 3, and it's a slightly shorter taxi, although we'll have to turn around airborne. But that will take less time than to actually like turn around. Taxi the other way, the entire length. Alright, before takeoff checklist here. Parking brake is set. Trim is set to take off. Flaps are set to take off. Flight controls, check them again. Rudder is good. Elevator is good. Ailerons are good. Back into the cockpit. Power is idle. Engine instruments are all looking good. Pitot heat not needed. Fuel pump on. Landing light on. Taxi light off. Transponder checks 1200 altitude. Runway 3 for departure. Okay. Taxi out onto the runway here. And speed-wise, everything should be typically the same. So our rotate speed, VR 69 knots. We'll rotate at 69, lift off in the low 70s. We'll climb out at 80, up 800 feet. So once we get to 800 feet on the altimeter, we'll go ahead and engage the autopilot. Let's get lined up here. Alright, clear ahead. And here we go. Full power. Engine instruments are looking good. Airspeed has come alive. 69 knots. We'll rotate. We're off at 74. Waiting for 80 to come up. Positive rate of climb, we can go ahead and bring the flaps up. Good. Pitch up a little more. And actually at 400 feet we can begin our turn. There we go. There's 800. We can actually, rolling out of the turn, we picked up a lot of speed. We can engage the autopilot. Let's go nav mode on. We'll intercept the GPS course. Alright, climb checklist here. Flaps are checked up. Fuel pump can come off. Climb power control is actually at 95% right now, and we can just go ahead and turn the landing lights off. Turn and intercept that track. Beautiful view of the island. Said about 37 minutes today for our total flight time. And here's Palmetto Dunes on the island. What's cool about this is it has 3 golf courses in, and one of them has one of only 2 oceanfront holes on the golf course on the entire island. The other one is up by the marina, or the harbor town. We might actually be able to see it if we turn. It's going to be further up here, so we may actually be kind of high. By the time we pass over it, we're already 4,000 feet. Beautiful view of the island up here, though. So there's the harbor town, the marina. The lighthouse should also be over here somewhere. I don't know if we're going to be able to really see it. Alright, we can come back on the power just a little bit. 95%. There we go. What is the wind doing? We have a crosswind 13 knots, and there is a Looks like a 5 knot. Yeah. Of a 5 knot headwind component. Let's see. Zoom in a little more here. Yeah, I don't see the lighthouse. It's possible it may not be modeled, but the golf course with the hole right on the water's, I think this one right here. Sea pines. Homes right on the beach. Must be nice. This here is DA40 Island. This is the city of... No. Not quite. Yeah. Savannah's right over here. Wind actually looks like it's settled out just a tiny bit. Oh, it's about the same. Still about a 5 knot headwind component. Almost the entire route we're going to be flying over the water. Just the tiniest bit. The shoreline is going to be off our right wing. Pretty much the entire way down. We're going down to what is called Georgia's Golden Coast. Or the Golden Isles. A lot of cool islands. Town of Brunswick, St. Simon's Island, Jekyll Island. All of that's a really pretty area. We actually don't have weather at Jekyll Island. The closest is St. Simon's, and 110 at 9. So my guess is we're probably going to have kind of a sea breeze. So we'll have a crosswind. Alright, there's 8,500. Pull back on the power to 75%. And we're probably going to be looking at about a 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes in the air. Not a really long flight. All right. And we've just crossed over into... Well, Georgia, this is the Savannah River. And Tybee Island is directly below us. Yeah, right below us. We're actually passing directly over it. Outcroppings. I don't know why that's that there. That seems kind of weird. There's Hilton Head. That's where we took off from. And then Bluffton, Sun City, Tybee Island right here. And then the city of Savannah's over here. Savannah Airport. That there's an Army airfield, I believe. Yeah, Hunter Army Airfield. But, yeah, it's the Georgia coast. And right over out that way is just all the Atlantic Ocean. And we're flying just right over. There's a good number of airports over here. If we were to have an engine failure or some other emergency, we are close enough to land that we can just immediately make a turn and glide and find a suitable place. Gonna come out over the water, and you can see a little bit of land passes up kind of over here. And we'll be flying over, pretty much over that right there. And that will be the indication to start descending, because this is actually right here, I believe, St. Simon's Island. And that is right before Jekyll. So, anyway. Yeah, short flight, only another 25 minutes remaining. Give it a little bit when we slow down and come in to land. Add a couple minutes for that. True airspeed is 140 and 137 on the ground speed, so it's just a very slight headwind component. That's not bad. Kind of coming from the opposite direction up here at altitude, considering that there's a strong sea breeze down at the surface. The good thing is, though, it wasn't really bumpy. Just a ton of endless water out over this way. Some clouds building up to the south. That's probably further down toward the, yeah, that's probably further down into, like, northern Florida. Those pop-ups to stop showing up so much. Oh, maybe we'll do an Alaska flight later. Very warm throughout much of the state. And when I'm looking at the weather, looks to be particularly good up there throughout most of the state today as well. Wow. Now, even the southeast passages of Alaska, which tend to be one of the cooler parts of the state in the summer, are even having really nice weather. So I don't know, maybe we do something there. About another 19 minutes. We're coming up on St. Catherine's Island, just, yeah, right here, which is about the halfway point. Just looking. After that, just two more small islands, and then, St. Simon's. In fact, if we zoom in, Yeah. So I believe this is St. Simon's Island right here. In fact, if I just look down. Small ones, St. Simon's, and Jekyll is this right here, if I'm not mistaken. It is fairly small. And this is the town, city, I guess, of Brunswick. And there's, yeah, the Brunswick Golden Isles Airport at the top, St. Simon's Airport, and Jekyll. Wow. So we can actually see it. We are not too far. Let's say in just under 17 minutes en route. Starting to get a little bit hungry. Yeah, there it is, Sapelo Island. I guess is how you say that. You get a better view from this seat. Going this direction. Of course, if you're going up north toward Hilton Head, you get a better view in the left. Midway Airport, and I think they call it Midway because you're midway between the border of Florida, Georgia, and the border of Georgia and South Carolina. I could be wrong, but I think that's pretty accurate. Yep. Yeah, this is definitely it. This is Jekyll right here. Because it's also a little bit set in from St. Simon's and the next island down, which I don't remember. Oh, Cumberland Island. Yeah. So here's Jekyll right here. Alright, showing 14 minutes to go. It'll be a couple more than that. Once you factor in, like, slowing down for descent and approach and everything like that. But if the weather is favoring... well, let's see. The runway's 1836, so we land either straight to the north or straight to the south. Straight to the north would be nice, because we can just go straight in. We have to come in the 36 and go straight from the south. We'd have to actually fly back around. No weather for Jekyll. The closest is at St. Simon. This is saying now 120 at 8. So that actually is kind of favoring a little bit to the south, which is good news. Which means we can land on runway 18. Go ahead and run the fuel transfer for just a moment. Yep. This is a lot of marshland and swamp. It's not like all water, like it's showing on the map here. So we're over 2/3 of the way there at this point. Run the aux fuel transfer pump. A couple more minutes. Yep, so there's the Brunswick Golden Isles Airport, City of Brunswick, St. Simon's Island Airport, and then Jekyll's right behind there. Alright, 9 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and turn the fuel transfer off. It didn't transfer quite as much as I was planning to, but because we're close. It's not a big deal. Alright, what we'll go ahead and do is just dial this down to 1,000 feet. Set FLC on. We'll pull back on the power. Just start a nice descent, 120 knots. And we're targeting about 1,000 feet per minute on the descent rate. more on that. That should be pretty good about there. Nice little view of Brunswick. Oh, this does all show up as swamp with just a... Or, well, no, it's showing up as water, yeah. Well... I mean, it is kind of marshland, so... Yeah, I don't know if I would depict it as water, but whatever. Let's actually go ahead and do that. Set the vertical speed. And we'll also just let our airspeed kind of bleed off a little bit. Just go into idle power. And then we'll just kind of bump it forward a little. It's because we don't want the airspeed to drop too much. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Let's grab the weather at St. Simon's real quick again, just to make sure no changes. None at Jekyll. Yeah. 120 getting us favoring runway 18. It's clear skies. 2988 on the altimeter. It's going to be 86 degrees on the ground. Right at 30 Fahrenheit. Or 30 Celsius. What a difference. Alright, let's do some descent items on the checklist real quick here. We have our landing data, altimeter is set, radios, all not needed, fuel transfer is okay. Parking brake is confirmed released. We'll go ahead and turn the fuel pump on, and we'll go ahead and turn our landing light on. So we're coming in. And we're staying at a good steady 106, 108. We can go half flaps as long as we're below 110. And then full flaps below 98. One interesting thing, because all of this is in Celsius, 22 down here at about 4,000 feet. Even in the US, where we use Fahrenheit for everyday things and our weather forecasts and stuff, all of our aviation products use Celsius. So that is how I'm very comfortable and familiar with both. Like, all of our weather performance information, all of our weather forecasts that are specific for aviation purposes are in Celsius. And somebody might kind of wonder about that. Alright, just coming below 3,000 here. We need to pull back the power a little more. Starting to get a little bit bumpier. Right up over St. Simon's. In fact, we switch seats now, we see the airport. We're gonna go right over the top of the airport. It's town of Brunswick right over there. Alright. I don't think there are any GPS approaches. Can check. Oh, there is! There's an LPV for runway 18. Alright, so tell you what we'll actually go ahead and do is we'll... Whoa! Not that. So we'll actually go down to 1,600 for right now. And we will set the heading bug. We'll level off here. We'll add some power in. And let me just quickly pull the chart up for the approach. Yep, so we'll stay at 1,600. Oh, and you know what? We're actually already past it. So we can actually, let's just go down to 1,000. That's a safe altitude. We can go, yeah, let's go half flaps. And we will bring the FLC down to 98 knots. And we'll just maintain that. Activate vectors to final. Nav mode on. Approach mode. And yeah, we're a bit high. So actually what we'll do is probably not follow the approach. We'll just use this as a guide. Let's go ahead and drop the autopilot. Let's go full flaps. Final checks, landing lights are on, fuel pumps are on. And actually... Oh, and well, the downside of coming into 1.8 is we're gonna miss like all the resorts and stuff. There's a couple really cool places a little further down on the island. Yep, so the wind is looking about the same as it was at St. Simon's. Which is that, kind of a quartering crosswind. It is a bit gusty. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name. Grasping into a fly back this way because we're getting pushed by the wind. Now we have more of a direct crosswind. And now it shifts some more. It's bumpy down here. Add a little bit of power because we're starting to get low. Now we're down to 70. That's kind of low for the approach. We should be closer to 80. Let's see. Yeah, now we're high. We've got that saved though. Alright, there's 200 feet. We're stable. Continue the approach. Those trees are kind of tall. Gust of wind. Alright, take the power out. We can float for a little while. Easy down. Power's out. Alright, greased it. Can we slow down to make this turn? No. Alright, well, I guess we gotta roll down. Alright, couple things here. Let's bring the flaps up. Fuel pumps can come off. But yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I just decided too late to actually try that GPS approach. Ultimately, I mean, we didn't need it. I needed a little bit better speed control. It was kind of low, and then we sped up. It got fast a bit, but overall, it wasn't bad. Really good landing, just a little bit of a... little more wild on the approach phase of things than I would have liked, but ultimately, I mean, we did fine. Yeah, that is really pretty out that way. Alright, let's go ahead, turn in up here. And yeah, there's the view. It's gorgeous. Okay, set the park and brake, and let's do final checklists here after landing and shutdown. Alright, flaps are up, the fuel pumps are off, pitot heat was not used, alternate air is closed, we can turn the taxi and, well, we didn't turn taxi on, we did turn landing on. Transponder back to standby. We'll leave the code. Parking brake is set, power's been below 10% for a minute. ELT is armed, total time in service 16.5. Okay. Go ahead and turn the avionics master off. Engine master off, cover. 41 minutes, 12 seconds for the flight. Strobe lights, nav lights off, engine has, we're confirmed, stopped. Strobe and position lights are off. Cockpit flood and instrument lights were not used, and we are good to go ahead and turn the electric master. Okay. There we are, folks. Welcome to Jekyll Island, Georgia. Thanks for flying along with me, and hope to have you aboard the next one. Until then, as always, take care and stay safe. We'll see you.